Hello, I'm Dr. Carmen Keith. Welcome to my video series where I will introduce to you 360 Living. You are receiving this at your request for more information about 360 Living. The purpose of this series is to introduce to you the mission, the purpose of 360 Living, so that when you come into my office, you will have a better understanding of how we can work together. Let's get started. First, as you're watching this, I want you to think about the current situation of our healthcare system. And are we in a healthcare crisis? Think about reasons. Maybe the insurance issues. Maybe pharmaceutical companies. Maybe it's you're not getting what you expect to get from your visits to your physicians in regards to your wellness, in regards to your long-term health. Whatever those issues are, we are in the middle of a healthcare crisis in this country. And so my question to you is, why are we sitting down like this little gentleman with our hand on our head, sitting, letting the crisis occur around us while the seemingly firm foundation we once had continues to break and crack all around us? And if we continue to do that, the end result is explosions, explosive activity. And I love this picture of a volcano to give you that picture. And so what happens when a crisis continues? Well, it leaves in its wake mass destruction, correct? And so what does this mean for our healthcare crisis if we don't recognize it, number one, and if we don't take action to help the situation, number two? What I want you to consider are examples of the mass carnage. And I want to discuss with you a concept today called insured self-pay health consumers. If you are watching this and you have an insurance plan with a high deductible, you must spend your money until you reach that deductible number, after which you'll receive whatever benefits that it is, 80%, whatever coverage it is, right? But up until that point, you are spending your money. You are still a self-pay patient. And so when you are a self-pay health consumer, you should have choices. You should have choices in your healthcare spending options. And what you find is that it's very, very difficult to find answers from health services about how much does this cost, so that you can better spend your money just like any consumerism does. When you spend your money on any product, you choose that and you're fully informed about how much it costs before you do that, correct? And that's the same. And so what other circumstances are we insured self-pay health consumers? I've been there. I had a child who had a significant diagnosis that I needed a specialist outside of my insurance provider. Do you think I did? I paid it? You bet I did. My little girl was worth it. Perhaps you've been in a similar situation. I didn't care how much it cost out of pocket. I was going to get the best care for her needs. And I've never regretted it. But I still had to pay a little extra because I went outside of those recommended guidelines. I still exercised my ability to be an informed healthcare consumer. Chronic disease is the tsunami that is going to extremely affect, if not destroy, our healthcare system. The burden of chronic disease is overpowering our healthcare system to the point where it's difficult for doctors to take care of the acute needs. In acute healthcare, doctors were created to help immediate needs, emergency surgeries, life-saving things, have babies, take care of a broken leg, any of the myriad of acute healthcare needs that doctors were created for. But when you burden doctors with caring for the chronically ill, it will overpower the healthcare system's ability to care for us. I'm going to leave you with this, and then we'll discuss further in our next video. How much do we spend on chronic health care in this country? $1.1 trillion. That is a massive amount of money that we are spending on chronic disease, which I will show you in the next video, is preventable with lifestyle modifications and attention to how you are built, how your environment affects you. I look forward to seeing you then. Until that time, remember to exhale.